Audio check, 1, 2. Yeah, you should have brought dinner.
Should have. Yeah, exactly.
We stuck there during the COVID year, instead of having glass of wine.
No.
You don't want to make.
Two trees in our yard.
Oh,
Thank you.
Big old elm tree, and then it fell through.
I like how this is all round and around we go.
Anyway, that was no fault. Oh, they're gone. They're gone. They're Mostly they're on a farm. Yeah.
Y'all, can we go ahead and get started? Board members? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Phil Dixon, Chairman of the Board of Architecture Review, and we welcome you to our Board of Architecture meeting. It's now just past 6 o'clock on the 10th of January, the time that was scheduled to begin. Depending on the size and complexity of a project, each applicant has the opportunity to present a conceptual or master plan for our review prior to committing funds for a full set of design plans and specifications. Approval of a concept means that we might agree with the concept while disagreeing with some of the details. It also means that each phase of the project must be submitted at a later date, once the plans are more fully developed, to obtain the board's final approval for that individual portion of the project. Hopefully, any disagreements will have been worked out before the applicant comes back before the board. None of the projects being reviewed this evening have been submitted before, and these new projects are now ready to be considered for approval. For those of you who may be new to our meeting, our charge is to look at each project purely on aesthetics, design, architecture, height, mass, and scale, and in harmony with the historic district of the town of Somerville. We looked at the overall street scene. Although we are not required to solicit comments from anyone other than the applicant and the board members, except for demolition requests, we usually choose to begin our project review with a public hearing to allow others to express comments that might help influence our decision-making before the applicant has presented the project and the board members have resolved any questions they might have. You are asked to sign up when you first arrived and indicate which project you wish to comment on. When called, please limit your comments not more than 3 minutes. As always, we will review each submittal in the order that it was submitted. We'll now call those who signed up when they arrived to comment prior to our presentation this evening.
I'm gonna butcher this. Tony Slan?
Islam.
I'm sorry.
I'll be very brief. I'm here to support both projects. One's in my neighborhood and one I dine at regularly, and they're both terrific, is why I'm here. I'm hoping you approve them both tonight. Thank you.
Anyone else? Our first project on the list tonight is 333 Old Postern Road.
So there is an elevation sheet that I'll pull up that shows you the rear view. This has floor plan and some side elevations for you guys.
The person who's going to present for the, please.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Nice to see you all again. It's my third trip here. As you see, this is 333 Old Postern, which we believe at one point in time was a hunting lodge that was an adjunct to the Woodlands. It's The main body of the house had a screen porch added onto it, I think somewhere back in maybe 93, on the rear of the property, the rear of the house. This project that we're proposing here doesn't change the footprint of the building at all. There are no trees to come down. Basically, we're taking a screen porch and we're closing it in. We've made some minor changes in the rear elevation of the screen porch. Right now, the glass is, if you look at the photographs of the rear of the house, that screen, the existing screening goes all the way up, and that just looked a little leggy in our view. So we introduced a horizontal member in there to break that up a little bit. But that's all fixed glass, as you see there. To the left of that fixed glass element is there are two windows there, as you see, and they're being added. They've got the same diamond pattern in them as the existing windows do in the main body of the house. That right now, as you can see, there's right in there, that's the screen porch. And that's going to be enclosed and become a ancillary space to the master bedroom, which is just behind there. To the right of the screen porch, which you can't see from these photographs, there you go. That's going to become a little extension of the kitchen. And so that will get the same Anderson diamond muntined windows that you see there. The only change to the footprint is that we're poking out a little 4-foot by 21-inch slab to catch the chimney for the fireplace that's being added to the porch, which you can see there in elevation. Not changing the roof, not changing the colors. We're just making it warm and cozy in the wintertime. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Questions?
Fireplace, is that a real fireplace or is that gas logs?
It'll be gas logs, but it'll have a chimney.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
I see that. Just not burning wood though. And the windows are going to be wood, vinyl clad, wood, vinyl.
The Muntin windows will all be, the ones that have the diamond muntins in them they'll be Anderson, they'll be metal clad. They're A-series.
Okay.
So they're wood on the inside, metal on the outside. The balance of those windows will be fixed glass frames.
Okay, and what kind of frame?
They'll be built out of PVC. Yeah.
Okay. And that's on the porch.
On the porch. Yes, sir.
And the doors that you're adding on either side of the fireplace?
The doors that we're adding either side of the fireplace will be, as you see right there, a 2/3 light with a full panel beneath them. One will be operable, the other will be a stat unit to be fixed.
And those are.
And there's also a 5.0 unit on the opposite side of that screen porch, the wall that's opposite that. And it'll be the same configuration. So, but it'll be twins. It'll be two 30-inch doors.
Okay, and those are going to be PVC?
They'll be fiberglass because they're going to paint. You wouldn't want to use, particularly over where the 5.0 door goes, every drop of rain from the house lands right there together. You've got 3 roof forms that come together and just funnels water down there. So the door frames will be they'll be composite, they'll be PVC, and the doors themselves will be fiberglass. But they'll be 1 3/4 and everything obviously will be insulated.
And the trim and replacement sidings, that's all going to be.
It'll
wood?
all match existing, yes, sir.
Existing. Okay. All right, thank you.
So I'm really not clear on either side of the fireplace on the porch. Are those operable doors?
One is not. But they both appear the same. They're both in door frames, just one's not going to operate.
Yeah.
And it's done that way because there are a lot of exterior doors on the existing house that are done that way. So we're trying to mimic.
Anybody else have any thoughts?
Can you go back to a picture of the windows, the diamond?
Anderson windows or just the picture of the?
Of the existing. Yeah, I'm glad you're gonna do the same thing.
Yes. Well, we thought if we didn't come in here planning to do it, that we'd walk out of here having to do it.
Doing it, yeah.
And they're pretty.
They are.
Oh, they make the house.
Mhm.
Yeah, you couldn't not put those in.
I think this is a good start on the renovations. It looks good.
Thank you.
The
Is that
footprint-
right? Can you say that? You could not? I guess.
Footprint will stay the same on the,
With the exception of the little bump out for the fireplace, for the chimney and the firebox. Yes, ma'am.
I'll move that we accept as presented.
Okay, I'll second.
All right. Please answer for me when you get it. Beth,
yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Nancy Jean,
Yes.
Jane,
Yes.
and mine's yes also. I wish you well with it.
Thank you very much. If it's okay, I'll drive back to Bluffton now.
Oh,
I know the way.
Safe travel.
Good night. Nice
yeah,
to see you.
safe
all.
trip. At least it wasn't yesterday.
Yeah.
I said, at least it wasn't yesterday.
You don't think so?
Jeez.
It's just so ridiculous. My daughter married my wife and I picked up my grandson Charlie back couple months back and from school. And so Greg gave them my telephone number at school. So now I get all the alerts from school. And I get all the roadwork from school on my phone. And so yesterday said, well, school will be closed in anticipation of the storm. I'm thinking, what is? And then yesterday said, well, have your student come in 2 hours late because they have to come in and assess the building before they walk in.
Make
Oh,
sure it's safe.
gosh.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next one is 100 West Richardson.
So just a quick note on this, typically, a temporary installation would be reviewed at a staff level, but because of the nature, of this installation, that is why it's coming before you, because there are some more permanent, elements like entryways and doorways.
And Becca, this is a leased space?
Hey, everybody, how are y'all?
Hey, Joe.
I've never done this before, so I guess, I hopefully will speak as eloquently as the gentleman before me. But, Stefan and I are kind of looking to grow a little bit. It gets a little tight inside of Bexley at times. So we're looking to kind of add on to the patio. And my selling point to Miss Beth is, and I don't know if this is a good selling point, but it looks a lot better than I thought it was going to look, for sure. So the structure is basically non-permanent. There will be a frame going around the side of the openings with basically a T going down the middle of it. The material's made out of canvas and vinyl. They'll be able to be moved up and down. And with the weather in the low country, we anticipate only having them down a couple months out of the year and hopefully up enjoying the fresh breeze and the sun for the remainder of the year. We were kind of planning on moving the planters inside and this would go on the outside of it. Other than that, I mean, that's kind of all I really have. If y'all have any questions, I'll try to answer them the best I can.
How much extra space do you think you'll get with this?
I'm hoping that if we can seat right now comfortably 51 people, I'm hoping that it'll add another 30 seats comfortably outside,
Oh.
35, depending on how the parties come in. I mean, that's our, you know, our biggest Achilles heel is the size, right? And I think it's one of our strengths as well. But like for Valentine's Day, it's notoriously a lot of two tops, you know, you and your husband, you and your wife come in, and there's only going to be a certain amount of people that we can do in that given of time due to the table sizes, because you're not going to want to sit with me and Stefan and my wife and everybody else. So we're going to have to break things up. So depending on how, I guess, the tables roll in for this outside seating, I'd see anywhere from 30 to 40 people, possibly adding 2. And then after that, like I told Stefan, I will need maybe a new stove, but that'll be for the fire marshal. And then after that, I am done. No more, hopefully spending money.
And so how will it be climate controlled from just the inside, or you'll have to?
For right now, yes, the idea is going to be is that we have basically electrical and conduit running all up right now on the inside of that patio. So we have fans as it is. I would like to kind of look at maybe installing some air conditionings and some heaters up top. I know I've seen something very similar to the heaters downtown. You know, they would plug in and kind of heat. And I'm also kind of hoping that being able to leave those 2 double doors open, and with just the amount of body heat, that it'll help kind of regulate some of that hot and cold within that building itself.
These are the electric roll up?
They're going to be manual.
Be manual.
Yes, sir. So they should be,
Nice evening, you roll them up and.
they're up, they're out of the
Oh,
way.
put 'em down, right.
I believe it's 18 to 24 inches will be kind of the header, I guess you would call it, up top, is where they will kind of live.
Mhm.
And from my understanding, it should be very easy to put up and down.
And the front entrance, that's the permanent part.
Yes, if you look at it, there's like a T. I'm not sure exactly what they call it, but let's say the frame runs on the top of it and then there's a split going down the middle of it. So
And
we were
then
looking,
Is any of that open, Jeremy, or is that all fixed?
that will all be open minus, I don't know if you have this picture, like this will be kind of what it looks like. I guess right there in the middle, like that 4x4, as I would
Oh,
call it.
gotcha. So you can open the 2 sides with the door.
Yes, sir.
Still there, of course. Got it. Okay.
And we were looking at moving the door to the side.
Might be smart.
And
Yeah.
what is the material of the see-through panels?
It is vinyl.
Okay,
Um,
not plastic, but vinyl.
yeah, like I said, I don't know if it was a good selling point, but when I first looked at this, I thought there's no way I'm paying for that because it looks expensive. And when the quote did come and I didn't pull off to the side of the road, you know, I was okay with it, I guess. But like I said, it looks slick. And the ones that I've seen online that other people have installed from this company, they look good. You know, I think it matches the color scheme of the building as it is. It's not really changing much of anything to it, you know.
The little hyphen on the picture she has up right now, is that another door there?
So that should be our front door. So we were going to take where you walk in now, the front, and we're going to enclose that. And when you come around to the side, that will be the front door. So that picture in the middle, and I believe the top of it will be what is permanent to that. Well, the door will sit there, right? And
You're gonna start coming in to the restaurant right there.
yes, sir.
Okay.
So I'm a little confused about what is the front door now? That's gonna be solid or?
Well, it'll come down to the front. So
So there's
If you-
another door shown in the current elevations.
I'm sorry.
Go to number 10, back up. Right, so there's a door there shown now.
Yes, that'll be plain.
Yeah, we removed that. We don't be any door.
Oh, great, okay. So
Yeah.
you'll get rid of that, and there'll be a. panel
That'll
just
be
like
plain.
I thought.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were-
exactly,
Yeah, but yeah, between where we were gonna put the door, so they kind of did the drawings with both, but that front now will be a plain. You will not be able to come in and out of it. It'll be when the
When it's down.
down, yes.
Okay.
And you're planning to use your planters?
I was
That
gonna,
leather?
yeah, I was gonna bring them inside of it, so they would basically be able to, right now we're having the best thing I found was a baby sheet, a crib sheet at night, and we take them and put them over it. This way they'll be able to live inside of there, you know, so we're gonna move them to the inside so those things close on the outside. But no, I like that
Mm,
aspect of
me too.
that patio. It kind of makes it feel alive a little bit,
Mhm.
you know. I still go to, I think we have the best view in town. When you sit on that patio, it shows Somerville. I mean, and Hutchinson Square, y'all do a very good job, you know, of keeping Somerville, and it's nice to look out and Christmas time and all that kind of stuff. So
Signage?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you about signage
we were planning on, I guess, keeping the sign where it was. Yeah,
on this.
on that side for, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Unless people can't find the door, then I guess we'll be back over here and
It might be.
saying, can we move the sign? But, yeah, I'm kind of hoping it'll be fairly easy, you know, there's a little walkway right there. Parking garages right there.
And the color, is that black?
It's black.
Already.
Looks neat.
Well, like I said, at first when I saw it, I was like, Stefan's gonna have me so in debt. There's no way I'm signing off on this thing. And then, the call came in and I was like, you know, it's not too bad. So I've come a long way. I'll tell you all that. When we first opened this place, I remember hitting send on the internet and I expected a thank you phone call for the money I just spent. I didn't get any thank you phone call for nothing. So, but well, thank you all very much. Let me know if y'all have any questions.
All right, thanks, Chair.
Somebody else's turn. to
I'll
say.
make a motion that we approve as submitted with then understanding that the current front entrance will be one single panel.
Yes.
For clarification.
And I'll second that.
Okay, everyone, please respond yes or no. Beth,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Nancy Jean,
Yes,
Jane,
Yes.
and mine is yes also.
hallelujah.
Wish
Bye, guys.
I don't have anything miscellaneous, so if y'all wanna adjourn, we can.
Make a motion that we adjourn.
Second the motion.
everybody in favor, stand up and leave.
Amen.
All righty.
And thank you all for coming.
Isn't it?
Jane used to be across the street from, she used to be across the street from Jane. And I may have met. but I can't remember.
Well, we were talking earlier, so
Yeah.
I
like
just
we're
can't-
friends.
yeah, I just,
Or what I'm gonna do, but I'll tell you guys, I will talk to them. Sometimes they don't really understand. what the type of legal company doesn't want to talk them through it and just say, want them to reach out to you, they need a building permit, they would, they.
And again, it's not permanent, even if there is a fire, it's just fine.
It's just, the doors have to look in a certain way.
Yeah.
So much.
And the company specialize on that in
Yeah.
well. I don't know if you need for us to redo when you.
Thanks so much.
All right, man, good luck. Yeah, I hope it goes well.
Well, thank you.
Right, really? Oh, wow. Of course. Yeah. You don't live there while you're doing that, right? Yeah. Well, good. Well, it's exciting.
No more days to do, like, look, it's on the next day.
Good. Well, that's great that y'all putting lights in that place. It's a beautiful unique structure and they needed somebody to put lights. on it.
Finding something that's not permanent, and it would be like 2 months.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Right.
I'll let you finish the porch and then I'll come for the door.
Maybe bring the door,
We're gonna have a
yeah,
little open house or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a cold wind.
Please
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
please include me, that'd be awesome.
It was better.
Yeah, 15 feet,
Just
15
make-
feet.
Yeah, but yeah,
Fifty
let us know
guys,
what we
50
need to
guys.
do.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to make sure.
Thank you, I appreciate, thank you.
Great.
Oh, we appreciate, thank you.
Oh, well, some of us have even.
Oh, but we try hard,
Yeah, amen.
we try hard to bring